Hi guys, this is Erin Stretz from the Watershed Institute. I'm here today monitoring our stream on our property for chloride. Now, why am I doing that? Well, it's one of these blistery winter days. We've had some inclement weather recently, and so there's been snow on the ground. Now, it's really critical to make sure that we're maintaining public safety during these winter weather events, and a really effective way to do that is by using road salt. The problem comes when we start to use road salt way too much or not in a sustainable way. So that road salt that we put on the road, it just disappears, right? Well, no, it's got to go somewhere. And so very often it will end up in our freshwater systems like streams, lakes, ponds, and the groundwater on which we depend for our drinking water. So changing the way that we apply road salt to our roads, thinking about it in a different way, is really going to have a huge impact on water quality in the long run. And the New Jersey Salt Watch Project is one major way that we're engaging the help of hundreds of volunteers across the state to help us learn more about the current impacts of salting on our freshwater systems. So the way that that this works, our volunteers will go out, they'll select any freshwater sites that are important to them. And they can go out, collect samples at least 3 times before the end of the winter season. We do this, it's a pretty simple test here. You can just take a cup, head to your stream, collect a little sample, and our volunteers use test strips to measure the concentration of chloride in our waters. Now, why chloride? Chloride is a component of most of our major salt deicers that we use, the most common being sodium chloride. And this is what we call a conservative element, meaning once it's out in the environment, it's very hard to get rid of it. Most of our modern sewage treatment plant facilities cannot remove salt from our wastewater. So everything that we apply to the land, everything that you're doing at home, putting salt in your bathtub at home, that's all going to end up in our freshwater systems. So our volunteers are out there collecting data, learning about what it looks like, what chloride concentrations look like before and after a winter weather event. And then once we know what's going on throughout the state, then we can start to implement some real solutions to fix it. So this test strip has been cooking for a few minutes now. You can see, get a little bit closer, the water is going to rise up through this test strip. It's going to basically do a simple titration. And you can see at the bottom of that strip, there's a little white peak that's starting to form. That white peak is going to rise through the test strip. And once this test strip is complete, once the test is complete, this bar at the top will turn completely black. At that point, we'll measure exactly where the tip of that white peak is, and that will tell us our concentration of chloride. We invite you to Winter Salt Week starting January 27th, running through January 31st. Every day at 1:30, there will be a new webinar talking about the background of road salt, getting into the environmental consequences of oversalting, and then we'll start talking about solutions. You can learn more and register at our website, mjwatershedwatch.org/saltwatch.